I'm coming in hot.
Hey guys, welcome back. We decided we're going to do a hot takes edition because it has been quite a while.
I think what prompted us is we had a listener that emailed some questions to us. So Renee from Generette, hello.
But of course, we have our own hot take questions.
Let the record show that Kristen loves to write things down that she thinks may or may not poke at Janae a little bit.
Really?
I love that. I love to kind of ruffle your feathers.
Well, I didn't get those instructions because I would have loved questions to poke at Kristen.
I purposely didn't give those instructions to you.
Can I write?
No.
Okay.
No. Moving on. On air signs already lit up. Okay, Janae, so let's hear it. You start.
If you go through your partner's phone and find exactly what you were looking for, or are you still wrong?
Hell yes.
Why are you wrong in the first place?
If you have an inkling that you need to go through your partner's phone, shit is damaged already.
Yes. Are we talking about like 22-year-old Janae, or am I talking about 44-year-old Janae? Because boy, this is very different.
If I'm having to go through a man's phone, the green flags are red.
Okay, it's 22-year-old Janae. I am crazy. I'm insecure. I'm probably going through your phone because I already suspect that you're lying to me. You're cheating on me. But I have a reason, whether it's gut instinct, whether you are being a little too protective over your phone. The phone is turned down all the time. It's on silent. You never answer your phone around me. You lie and say it's your cousin's birthday. It's not. You don't have a cousin named Stephanie. May or may not be a true story. I don't know.
Red flag, red flag. Flag on the play, flag on the play.
Honestly, if I'm going through your phone, it's your fault. Why?
Hold on. Can you wait to say shit like that when I'm not taking a sip of my Monster? Holy shit, what do you mean?
Because why are you giving me suspicions anyway?
God,
That means you acting up. Suspect behavior.
This goes back to victim blaming, I think.
But you are giving me a reason in our relationship that I can't just sit back and relax because you're acting out.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Good.
When I was 22, was I insecure? Yes. Was I jealous? Yes. Was I dumb? Also, yes. Did I ever go through a boy's phone? Sure.
What was your reasoning?
Because he was being shady AF.
You thought he was cheating?
Yeah. And just for the record, anytime I have ever looked through a phone, I have always found what shouldn't have been there.
So if you found something, does it make you right for going through their phone?
No, it's if you've got to go through that man's phone, tuck, tail, and run.
And people do it just because they think, oh, God, what if I'm wrong?
Yes, 100%. That's why I did it.
First of all, it was so much easier back then. They've made it so hard now to check phones.
Technology is a problem.
Oh, well, yeah, because first of all, there's so many apps that they can just lie about.
Snapchat, WhatsApp, all that. We know what y'all are doing.
And you didn't have to put in a code.
Even if your boyfriend is drunk and you try like pin his eyes open and do the face recognition, it won't work.
I haven't been in a relationship that I needed to check the phone or I chose to check the phone since they've had the face recognition. So 22-year-old self, check the phone. However, I mean, I was right.
Tuck, tail, and go.
Okay, so let's go on to 44-year-old.
44-year-old Kristen, somebody is going to have to approach me with hard proof and be like, look, I have video evidence. And then I'll be like, oh, damn, is that AI or is that for real?
Doesn't that make it tough?
Yeah.
My issue is if you disrespect me or you cross boundaries.
Yeah.
So if I am suspicious about something, it is your fault. Because what boundaries have you crossed? Or what disrespect have you shown that has caused me to feel like you were shady or up to no good? But am I going to spend my time going through your phone? No.
Hold on. Okay, so a hot take. If there is a woman and she looks a little too chummy with your husband, you're mad at him, not her?
100%.
Oh my God, fuck that bitch.
I am not going to the woman to have the conversation first. I am going to him in the privacy of our home and I'm going to have that conversation. Hey, this needs to stop.
Yeah. You're not also going to have a conversation with the bitch?
No, because it's his job to handle himself.
Oh, I'm having a conversation with her too. You're standing a little too close to my husband.
This is what
Back off,
this is what my expectations are. Whether it's you, her, both of them, and it's up to him that the next time we're all around, he is to put up his guard and he is to stay 25 feet. I'm kidding. But he
No,
is,
you're not.
but he is to respect what I am asking of him. And if he is doing what a good husband should do by making his wife feel secure, then she crosses those boundaries. Now it's for me to have a conversation with her.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a conversation with my husband first, but I'm probably also gonna have a conversation with her.
If he does his job and she does not cross those lines, her and I will never speak about it. Have you had to ever do that?
There was a girl one time that gave my husband her phone number. I mean, we were dating at the time.
How'd you
We're at
handle
work.
that?
I met her on the elevator. I'm quite serious.
I believe you. That's why I'm laughing. Was this like some Grey's Anatomy shit? Oh,
I kissed in the
realize
medicine room.
I know y'all already crossed those.
Sorry.
Anyway, if you feel like you need to go through their phone, you really should just stop and find something better to do with your time, possibly maybe find a different partner.
100%.
Now, if you're married, obviously you should probably find or seek counsel. Therapy counseling, not attorney counsel. I should. Then again, you know what? Make your own assumptions. I'm gonna let you decide if you need attorney counsel or if you need therapy counsel. You decide how bad you want to go through that phone, how bad you think you right. Who am I?
I'm an advocate for marriage as well. So I think if you're married and you feel the need to do that, there should be some hard conversations had. Okay, so if you have an opinion on going through your spouse's phone or you have a great story, send it to us because I would love to hear the drama. All right. Is peace in a relationship more important than passion?
Not that I don't want the passion today. I do. I do. There's just a lot of moving parts to being older. Your face is like you're ready to burst. Just go.
Yeah, 45-year-old Kristen, for sure. Peace, obviously. I try to avoid drama in all realms of my life, right? Prior to being married, Kristen, 100% passion because I like the drama.
Okay.
I like the bad boy.
I know.
It wasn't just about passion for me. It could be
Excitement.
It could be anger. It could be romantic passion.
Toxic.
Toxic. Yes.
Why do you think that toxicity was so attractive back then?
Oh, he's so exciting.
Why?
I don't know. Probably because I grew up in such a dysfunctional household that I thought that was what I was looking for.
That was the way to go. Okay, what does passion even mean?
Oh, I think that like very intimate and I mean, I don't know if I can say this on air.
It's our podcast. We can say whatever we want.
Like the good fucking. Like
That's passion to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Passion is sexual? Like,
Yeah.
like
There you go.
the
Sexual.
best
There's a
sex-
word.
passion is the best sex ever?
I think passion is a sexual word. Yes.
Oh, so when I was thinking passion, I wasn't thinking the best fuck.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. 22-year-old Kristen was looking for passion, but not
You were
romantically,
looking
not
for good
sex.
sex?
No, that's what I'm telling you. I was looking for passion, but not the passion that you would think. But obviously, it is the passion you were thinking. I was looking for the excitement and the drama and the toxicity. Oh, God, she's got her phone out.
I need to know.
Okay, go ahead.
Passion in a relationship is the intense emotional and physical attraction you feel toward your partner that creates excitement, desire, and a strong sense of connection.
Touch, kiss, be close. What passion is not drama or toxicity? That's what I wanted in my 20s.
A lot of people confuse this with passion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't get enough of you. So that's passion. What
So-
a whore. You had that all wrong.
That's for
Was
another
that hole in
podcast.
the was that hole in the wall door you slept in or stayed in?
Yes.
Or
Oh my God, Janae.
practically moved into your 20s where you were being passionate.
Passion to me in my 20s was not sexual. It was toxic.
Not what you said a while ago.
It was toxic.
But now that I read the definition, I want passion. Okay, I'm changing mine.
Okay.
You still want peace?
Whatever. Just go on the next one.
Okay. Is staying for the kids actually selfish?
I don't 100% understand that question, I don't think.
Okay, so say that you are in a marriage and things are not going well
Okay.
and you decide you want out of the marriage.
Okay.
Do you think that it is selfish to get out the marriage if you have children?
Okay. Now that I understand your question, I have a hyping hot take on this.
Okay, go ahead.
My parents stayed married till I was 17. Not a great marriage. My aunt, she divorced when my cousins were like 7 and 9 or something like that, right? My cousins both got into good, healthy relationships and good, healthy marriages, 20s. I spent my 20s being the toxic one in all of my relationships. I think that staying in the marriage for the kids is bullshit. I would not stay for the kids, period.
How many times would you try before you call it quits? You have to be able to look at them kids in their face one day and tell them that mom and dad tried.
Okay, but Janae, what if you're doing more harm than good? I mean, yes, you tried.
What's another year?
Well, that's exactly. What's another year of a toxic home life?
What do you call
kids?
toxic?
Well, I mean, mom and dad are arguing and fighting, can't get along. Like the kids are witnessing this, like especially like in a volatile. Get
Listen,
out.
if there's physical abuse and things like that, absolutely.
Of course.
Just go. If it's physical,
Yeah.
fuck it. But what I'm saying is that if it is argumentative, you know what? That's life. And sometimes we go through a bad season in marriage. But you are also an example to your children. So, yes, they are watching.
Yeah.
But you have to also teach them how to have conflict and how to have resolution. They have to learn how to communicate and how to come together. If that takes you 6 months to a year to work on, and your children watch you work on that and it works out, then by all means, that's beautiful.
Hold on, let me go back a second.
Okay.
You said if there's physical abuse, fuck it, get out. There's no reason to try.
Right.
You shouldn't throw a marriage away, especially when there's children involved without trying. Yes. But I think that there is a very, very fine line between I'm trying, I want this marriage to work because this can be a great, healthy environment for my children versus I'm doing more damage than I am good.
I would rather a kid in 2 happy households than 1 miserable household.
Yes.
I think you should leave a relationship saying, I did everything I could. He did everything he could.
What's the window on try? What's the window there? I mean, how much damage are you willing to put your children through?
Children are old enough to witness all this. Your children are old enough to understand that mom and dad are really trying. And if it doesn't work out, then you just taught your kids to put in the work and then you leave. Then it's not selfish.
As long as you're not doing more damage to the children, as long as you're not putting them in more negative, awful environments, then you try until there's no try left, right?
I mean, I would think.
Okay. No, I can get on that page. I can get on that.
Think.
As long as the kids are not having a negative impact.
Yes, I think it is selfish when a parent just exits a relationship, leaves a marriage, and doesn't even try. Because what are you showing those kids?
That's fair.
Now, listen, if you don't have kids, I don't give a shit what you do.
Let me give you a reminder right here, right now on this podcast. For all those husbands out there, be the man you want your daughter to marry. For all those wives out there, be the wife you want your son to marry because that's what's going to happen. That's what they're seeking.
That is true. That's true.
Listen to the wisdom.
I think this generation, though, gives up way too easy.
I think divorce is too easy now.
Oh, God, yeah.
Right. Let's do one that doesn't involve men, women, relationship, marriage. Is cancel culture really accountability? Or is it just bullying that is socially acceptable?
I think it's bullying.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think it's too much. It's too much. What, you disagree with that?
What if they apologize? Then should they still be canceled or it's all fine and washed clean?
If they apologize and it's not okay to move on, then what did you really want them to do to remedy the situation? We all say things and we all fuck up. It's called mistakes. It's how we grow. It's how we learn. So whenever I say something stupid, I make a mistake, I misspeak and it's recorded and then someone throws it out there later and then I say, oh my God, I didn't mean like, I'm so sorry. That's still not good enough. What did you want me to do? I can't retract anything.
I would want you to not fuck up in the first place.
But that's, how is that fair? That's not possible. It's not. There's nothing that when you were younger that you would take back.
I think that there are repercussions for every action.
But when does that stop? I mean, you can go to jail and after 10 years, you can still get parole and get out. Then what? The punishment's not done?
Only God can decide that.
Oh, so I have to wait to die?
Yep. No, I'm kidding. But okay, so listen, here's my hot take on it. Do I think that cancel culture, that term is a little bit millennial, if you will,
I
or
think
whatever.
people like to see people fail. I think people get off on seeing others fall.
But listen, if cancel culture a bit much. However, if you're not held accountable, then how does the world not fall to shit?
It's too much. It's overboard. People expect the
Uh,
impossible. They do.
No, yes, that's probably true. But I'm just saying, I think that a comedian on stage purposely doing it as a joke is one thing.
No.
I mean, these people that do it, that have a platform to stand on. Yes. Do I think that their asses should be held accountable? Yes.
So why is it okay for a comedian to go on stage and it's a joke and we all laugh? We know it's no harm. But then if somebody does it, then it's recorded and it gets out. Why is that not funny?
Because a comedian is doing it as part of an act. It is part of a show. It is a form of art. Someone who does it behind closed doors and it just happens to be caught on camera, that is not an act. That is who you are. That is how you feel. That is what you believe.
But how do you know that the person who's performing doesn't really feel like that, but they can get away with it because it's an act?
If they say it in a form that's not part of their act, they also should be canceled. So do I think cancel culture is a little bit out of hand?
I think it's out of hand.
But do
You know
I
what?
think it
And-
should be a real thing? I do. And yeah, you can apologize, but it doesn't erase your actions.
I think that people now use it to watch people fall. And it's something that's going to follow them because now everything is on the internet and everything
I
is
think people
saved.
who make the apology and show the change in behavior are not canceled forever.
But who gets to decide that?
Society as a whole.
And so now society became judge, jury, and
They always have been.
punishment. And now us as the public.
A jury of 12 of your peers, they always have been.
Yeah, but now it's the world because of the internet.
They're your
Now
peers.
it's the world gets to
Yes.
decide.
And so I guess you should step a little more lightly whenever you're fucking up.
Yeah.
Because
It's
everybody
hard.
can know about it.
It is hard for this generation coming up to make any
Yes, it
mistakes.
is.
It is hard for them to be stupid.
Yes, it is. It is. And it's unfortunate, but it is life. It is the
It
world
is-
that we live in.
it's-
Cancel culture, it's a thing. Period.
I think it's wrong. I think people are assholes.
It's a thing.
Should exes ever still be in your life?
Do you have children or do you not have children with this ex?
If you have kids with someone, should your ex be in your life? That's a dumbass question. They have to be.
Okay, wait, hold on. But should your exes be at the same holiday event at your house? Guys, I have a little story for y'all. I came to Janae's house for Easter this year. My husband, my daughter, great time. When I looked around the room, Janae's ex is here. Jeremy's ex is here. I already know your answer to that question. I heard blended holidays. What episode was that?
6?
Yeah, episode 6, blended holidays. Listen to that. Or ask me about Easter at her house.
You should have a good relationship with your ex for the children, if nothing else. One time you liked each other, obviously, y'all made babies together. Let it go, move on, and then find some sort of friendship with each other because having you be able to enjoy holidays together, we didn't have to split our kid. Our kid was at one spot being able to enjoy the holiday with both of their parents. Neither one of us is going to have lunch with our exes.
Right.
So there are lines, there are boundaries that you don't cross, but I think you make it easier on the kid.
Yeah. Do I think that I could co-parent the way you do? God, I don't know that I could.
I hear that a lot from a lot of people that they wouldn't do what I do.
No, and I watch it. It's not just the co-parenting on your side, but it's you co-parenting with Jeremy's exes too. It's you co-parenting with women that you didn't choose to be in your life, but you
Yeah.
still give grace and co-parent in a way that I don't think most people could. So do I think that co-parenting, it falls in that category of should your exes be in your life? Yeah, they should. Do I think I could do it? God, I don't know.
It doesn't have to be exactly. There's ways to do it and to be healthy for your kid. And both parents win, but most importantly, the kid wins. And then you can still keep it a family because you are still setting an example for your kids to grow up and have their own family.
Right.
Okay, let's take the blended families and the kids out the equation. Do you think you should remain close with your exes? You dated, you were married, you divorced, no matter what your age, that's your ex. How do you feel about that? Do you want to be friends with them?
As a general rule, I would say no. But to be fair, my ex calls me occasionally and is like, hey, can you ask your husband about this or that? Because they have more in common than I have in common with my ex, I think. So should you be friends with your exes? Most of my exes, no. I have no desire to be friends with, hang out with, anything like that.
You date people and then you realize that that's not the person for you.
Yeah.
The way I've always told the kids as they've had these young relationships, they break up. You don't need to hate them. You don't ever not talk to them. I'm going to tell you, if I'm with one of my kids and we pass or cross their ex, I still say hi. I wave. I may even give hugs out. And the kids I promote to be like, hey, hi, don't be rude. So I don't think that you should dismiss them. I think it's so stupid when people are out in public and they see an ex and they're like, oh God, I don't want to see him. I don't want to talk to him. Why? Walk by, pick your hand up, give a little wave.
Probably because they're embarrassed about their actions from when they broke up. I got some exes that I'd be like this if I saw them because I'm embarrassed about my actions whenever we were ending things. I misbehaved. I'm just going to be honest here. I told you about one of my exes that he and my husband are sometimes in contact in relation to their hobby. But I think as a general rule, there is no reason for you to be friends with your ex. You don't think that being friends with your ex that you had no children with, it's just like a breeding ground for like insecurities in your current relationship?
If I see my ex and I run up to him and I wrap my
And you kiss him with tongue.
and I what the fuck? Like, listen, I'm picturing like you're passing somebody in Rouse's and you see an ex.
You never kiss with tongue in Rouse's?
Not even my husband. No.
Let's move on.
I was just going to say I don't run up to them and jump on them and wrap my legs around them and give them.
And that's better than kissing with tongue? Hold on. That's better than kissing with tongue? Wait a minute. I was getting chastised over here. And you're talking about throttling them with your legs wrapped around them. How is that?
When you put it that way.
That's how you put it. How is that better than
throttle your legs around was a little bit.
You said run up to them and wrap your legs around them.
Mine was like rainbows. Yours was like lust. I don't know.
No, you're wrapping your legs around people for the rainbows in the sky? Because if I'm wrapping my legs around somebody, it has nothing to do with anything in the sky. What are you doing, Janae?
You're right.
Wow.
Well, I think my point was
this went south so fast, which, by the way, is what I'm thinking about when I wrap my legs around somebody. Not north, south.
So
how did this get
I just think that you can be nice and kind. There should be, boundaries. But do I think that they cheated on you?
He's not in my life anymore. If he cheated on me, I'm not going to be nice to him. I'm not going to speak to him. I'm not going to have nothing to do with him.
But then it seems like you still care.
I don't give a shit about him. That's the whole point. He doesn't exist to me. He's dead to me. I don't even see him when I pass
him in Rouse's.
I don't see him.
You can still just smile and just, hey, keep moving.
Who I'm smiling at? A ghost? I don't see him. Dead to me.
Well, you should want your ex to see you and be like, oh, she's good.
Oh, he sees me.
You don't want to seem bitter.
I'm not bitter. He's dead.
Yeah, most of them I look at as they were once a part of my life, and we're all living our own life now.
So you're not going to wrap your legs around those?
I'm not wrapping my legs around any. But I don't think you have to purposely keep any of your exes in your life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, yes, sometimes, no. They caused you where you needed years of therapy after the relationship, then that's different.
All right, moving on. A quick pause. If you're listening, laughing, or arguing with us, you're part of Well Want to Talk About It.
If you're enjoying the show, support us at buymeacoffee.com. It keeps the lights on and the mics hot.
You're basically sponsoring the chaos and the hard truths.
So subscribe on YouTube. Follow us everywhere. Links are in the show notes.
All right, back to the episode. Are women judged more for their past than men? And is that fair?
Yes, they're judged more for their past. And is it fair? No, it's not fair. No.
Janae, there's certain things that men can do that women can't do that, Janae, body count matters more when you're talking about a woman than a man.
Why though?
It just does.
I think that if a man has sex with 35 people and a woman has sex with 35 people, it's the same damn thing.
Really?
Yes. What, women are supposed to be less body count because they're a woman? You really think that?
I mean, kinda. I'm not saying it's necessarily fair, but am I a little bit like whore? I mean,
Why is he not a whore?
oh, he is.
So it is the same.
I don't think it's the same though.
Listen, if a guy sleeps around and a girl sleeps around, it is the same. Why is he allowed to?
No one's allowed to.
But why is it okay for the man?
I don't have a good argument for this. I'm going to be honest with you.
You just feel like
But
old-fashioned about it.
something, and yes, something in me does make me feel a bit
Okay.
that way.
Do you think that you should be judged the same if a woman cheats or a man cheats?
Yes,
So that's the same. You could judge equally on cheaters,
I do.
no matter the sex.
I do.
But you can't judge equally the number of partners a man and woman have.
Feel like I have this like old fashioned something in my brain that causes me to feel that way. I feel like a man should open a door for a woman. I can't tell you exactly why I feel that way.
You know what? That's going to bring me into something.
Oh God, here we go.
So since you brought that up, we're going to go right into
ahead.
this. Should men always pay, or is that outdated?
I think whenever you're in a new relationship and you're dating, like courting, I think that the man should pay. I do.
Yeah, me too.
I think once you're like in a committed relationship and you're,
I think once you share a checking account, I think
look-
it doesn't matter.
if you move in together, I think it's fine. You pay this time, I'll pay that time, whatever. But I think that when you're courting, I think that a man should pay.
So I do believe in the old-fashioned ways of that. I do like it. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels.
But not old fashioned the other stuff.
But no, not old-fashioned other stuff. No.
Okay, let me go ahead and ask one of our listener questions. Renee from Generette says, what are your thoughts on over-the-top weddings? Parents are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on weddings.
Stupid. It's stupid.
Is this because you've been married more than once?
Yes. It's probably exactly why. That opinion stems from somewhere. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah. Well, the thing is, maybe I would have a different opinion if I had this big, beautiful wedding and I'm still married to that person. I have been married and I have been divorced. Therefore, I already know what makes a marriage and what breaks a marriage. Right?
Mhm.
I would rather see my kids have an intimate wedding and not worry about the thousands of dollars spent on a dress and food or alcohol. The money that it costs to get married, for people to come, that you start having a huge list that grows and grows because you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I just don't think that the money is warranted.
I actually, I call it eloped. Janae says it wasn't eloping, but
You planned the wedding.
I had a wedding planner for a year.
That's not eloping.
So my husband and I eloped
Or you had a wedding planner.
for a year.
That's not an elopement.
It feels like we eloped.
You had a wedding planner. You paid somebody to plan it for 1 year?
Yeah.
Oh my
That was part of the package.
Go ahead.
We went to Jamaica and got married at an all-inclusive resort. And then I'll let you finish. Get it all out.
How much you paid for that?
Then we came back, and 2 weeks later had a reception here for our family and friends.
How many guests went?
To Jamaica? There were 8 of us. We had an amazing time, and there was absolutely nothing that I would change about my wedding. But I was also almost 34 when I got married. So if I would have been younger, yes, I think the wedding is 100% worth it. I think that spending the money is worth it for the memories and the event.
You
and
think
the-
spending over 20 grand for a wedding is worth it?
I don't think you're going to have a big wedding for 20 grand this day and age. I think that you're going to spend closer to 50.
I think young people should put that on their parents to spend $50,000 on a wedding.
I do think that the memories that it creates for the entire
Most people don't
family
even
is-
remember it. If you take a poll on people and ask what they remember the most from their wedding day, a lot of it's like it was a blur. It went by so fast. They were so worried about the weather, the stress of it, everything going perfectly. I mean, people didn't even get to enjoy the food. Why do you think they have people who purposely set out the plates?
Then their cousin takes them.
Shout
Shout
out
out Lester.
But then by the time they are done taking pictures, because the obligation of taking 100,000 pictures, by the time you get to enjoy it, it's over within an hour and a half. How is that really memories?
If I would have gotten married younger, like in my early 20s, I would absolutely have had a big wedding. I would have. I think that everyone puts value in different areas.
Yeah, that is true.
Again, I wouldn't change a thing about mine. I had so much fun. I was sitting at the swim up bar at 10 a.m. every morning when the bar opened. We had a blast.
I do agree with the destination weddings. Yes, that makes sense on the cost.
For us to fly to Jamaica, do a wedding moon there
Yeah.
with a year-long wedding planner, and then come back and have our reception, it was still cheaper to do it that way than it was to have the actual wedding and reception all year. I crunched the numbers.
No, that is true.
Yeah, I saved money.
You also get a vacation out of it. You get that time away. That's beautiful. You're not paying for everybody to get drunk and eat your food. You are doing the destination wedding. That's memories. We're going to go to bed and we're going to wake up several times and enjoy our wedding compared to $50,000 for 4 hours.
Yeah.
That's just stupid.
I would not change a thing. I absolutely love my destination wedding, and I would encourage anyone to do that. But I will say, if I would have been younger, I would have wanted the fairy tale dream wedding here. Just being honest.
And a lot of people agree with you. I don't, but a lot of people,
Well-
100%, that's what we grow up thinking about because that's the norm. That's what you do. I don't think it's necessary.
May not be necessary, but I would have done it.
So, here is a listener question. As a woman business owner in a male dominated industry, I am perceived as a bitch. I'm not really, but they think that I don't know what I'm doing and can talk down to me. What is your opinion of this?
Fuck them. But let me say this. You've gone with me car shopping before. You notice my husband won't go.
Yeah.
It's not just as a business owner. I go to look at vehicles, and my husband came with me once, only once, and they kept talking to my husband. They were not talking to me. I go to a mechanic, and they want to like mansplain it. So, do I think that it happens? Absolutely. Do I think it's fair? Absolutely not.
Do I think it's going to change?
Nope.
No.
You know why it's not going to change?
Why?
Because people have that old school traditional mind like me.
Yeah.
Mm.
I do in some things.
Does that make me part of the problem?
Yeah,
Oh,
for
shit.
sure. Some things I still have that traditional old school kind of mindset, and then some days I don't. I mean, I guess it's a little contradicting, but it just depends on what we're talking about. In this case, though, I do know what she means. When I built a house, I experienced that 90% of the people that I worked with that on that house did nothing but show me respect. But there was two at the top of my head, and they were pricks because they kept trying to talk to my husband, and I kept telling him he doesn't have anything to do with this. I mean, he's not even here. And finally, he got there one day, and I was like, "Yeah, go ahead, go talk to him." And I just stood there and watched, and he explains everything to my husband, and then he looked at the guy with the stupidest face. He goes, "I don't know what you're talking about. Dude. You can go talk to my wife. She's handling all that." And the guy just stood there, and then he started talking to him, and then he didn't get that chance because I found somebody else. So on the most part, I do feel I get taken seriously, but I have experienced it. But
Do I think you have to be a bitch to gain the respect? No. Do I think that you have to stand your ground and show them you know what the fuck you're doing? Sure. I don't know that you have to be a bitch about it.
I think some guys, you do.
I'm surprised the answer to that question is not reversed with our personalities, but I don't. I don't think you have to be a bitch. I think you have to show them that you know more than them.
Well, we should all have to prove ourselves, I guess.
Right.
And how do you feel about women in male-dominated businesses?
Frankly, I think most of them are bad bitches, just for the record. I think you have to be. I think that there are ways to do it that you can make them feel absolutely stupid without being a bitch. I think you will get further if you show them that you know more than they do and put them in their place with your knowledge than you will by just being a bitch to them.
I can say this because I'm an oil field wife, so I will say this.
Okay?
I hate when there are women as oil field salesmen out on location because majority pick their wardrobes accordingly for their oil field salesman position.
Would you not if you were in that position?
I don't have to
Oh, okay.
because I can wear a fucking pantsuit and I can walk out there and they will all respect me. And if you want to gawk and look and whatever, by all means, it will be no different than the bitch that's walking up with the little mini skirt. Like you need to go on those dusty roads in a mini skirt. You know damn
They
well
wear
what you're
mini
doing.
skirts out there.
What they and the cleavage, like you know what you're doing.
Okay.
You know what you're doing. You are literally selling yourself in order to get that commission. But you know what you're not getting is that respect. I would rather go out there and be respected, and I don't feel like I need to dress a certain way in
Yes.
order to go get your business.
Yep.
I would go do oil field sales just to prove that point.
So listen, if anybody out there's hiring, I think Janae's looking, just let us know. Send us an email. Wellwannatalkpod at Gmail.
But to my point, though, certain things give women a bad rap.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, in other words, you have women out there, like our listener right here, who is having to go through that
Yeah.
and may not be about her at all. But women do get a bad rap. But you have some women out there who choose to use being a woman to their advantage for their commission check.
I mean, I would.
You would?
Fuck yeah.
I don't need to.
No, hold on. I would still gain the respect. But I mean, yeah, I would absolutely have cleavage, do all that. And then I would go out there and be a bad fucking bitch and know my shit.
I can wear a turtleneck and I'll still be a bad fucking bitch.
We'll see. We're both looking. Everything's a competition.
I done went to Superior Grill and got an application.
Oh,
because I
here we
wanted to-
fucking go.
I wanted to prove a point that I can get hired without a degree.
I thought you started getting a little too serious about it. Made me nervous.
She freaked out. She goes, what if you get hired? What are we going to do about the podcast?
Yeah, it started making me a little too nervous. It's too much. She was getting a little too serious about. Yeah, it wasn't good. You know what? We don't have to talk about that.
No, Renee, you just keep doing you.
Hell yeah.
It's probably not going to change.
It's not just the oil field, though, Janae. It's
But-
most sales.
But I'm going to tell you what, oil field wives, though, don't fucking like it. And we have every reason not to.
Sure. But it's not their fault. It's your husband's fault. You said that earlier in the episode.
Remind me, how's it his fault that...
Oh, if there was a bitch that was standing too close to him, it's his fault.
Oh, no, I still stand by that. No.
This
Yes.
is also his fault.
Listen,
He should talk to them like this with his hand over his eyes, or it's his fault.
Well, I think we shouldn't talk to him at all to make a point.
Well, there you go.
Go put some clothes on.
You're going to get sand in them titties. Go put some clothes on.
It's an oil field location. Wear flats.
Or heels
Wear
going to get
tennis
stuck in the
shoes.
mud.
Nothing wrong with that. Cover up.
All right. Well, I think that we have reached the end of this Hot Takes episode. It's been fun. Janae has bad opinions, but we won't judge her for that.
I'm a girl. I'll get judged anyway.
Oh, God. Here we go. All right. Thanks for tuning in today, guys, and we will see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.
I'm coming in hot.